find out in this story of wolves, witches and giants called The Wolf and the Seven Kids. Once upon a time, there was a kind old nanny goat who lived with her 7 kids in a little cottage by the edge of a wood. One day, Mother Goat overheard some woodcutters talking of a huge wolf that was hunting around the forest. Wolves like eating goats, especially young ones. Later that day, before going to town to pay her landlord, Mother Goat gave her kids a stern warning. My dear children, be sure that you lock the door while I'm out and keep a lookout for the wolf. You should easily recognize him by his big black paws and his gruff voice. Confident that they would be sensible, she set off on her rickety old bike. A little later, the wolf saw his chance. Open the door. This is your mother. I got a present for you. The kids heard the gruff voice and remembered their mother's words.
We won't open the door. Our mother has a sweet, kind voice, not a gruff one like you. You're a wolf! Go away!
The wolf had to admit he did have a gruff voice. I've got a gruff voice. He was a cunning customer. Ha ha ha! He drove into the village, straight to the chemist shop. Good morning, said the chemist. Can I be of help to you? Oh, yes, croaked the wolf. I need something for my coat. I lost my son, and have been calling him for so long that I'm quite hoarse. Oh, you poor wolf. Here, take this Bazonican mixture. Gulping the medicine, the wolf went straight back to the cottage and knocked on the door again. Open the door, children. It's your mother. And I have a present for you. And never trust a chemist. The youngest was about to pull back the bolts when the eldest screamed out,
Wait! Remember, our mother said the wolf had big black paws. Let's ask whoever it is to put a paw against the window, and then we will soon know who it is.
The wolf did as requested, being careful that the kids only saw his paws and not his face.
You're not our mother. She has white paws. You are the wicked wolf. Go away.
Oh, this is gonna take some thought. Back to the village he drove, past the chemist to the baker's. What a bargain, said the baker chiefly, and what can I do for you this a finer day? I've been looking for my lost son in the woods all night, and I have trodden on many thorns and sharp stones. Won't you stick some dough on my paws to protect him? Now listen to this. Sprinkle a little flour on them, will you? The baker refused. Wait a minute. Sprinkle some flour, or I'm going to eat you all up. Open the door, children. It's your mother, and I have a present for each of you.
Show us your paws.
2 white paws were placed on the window.
There you are. Our mother has returned.
No sooner had they pulled back the bolt when they realized what a terrible mistake they had made. For there stood the biggest, grisliest wolf in all the world. Kids dashed in all directions, one under the bed, one behind the piano. one in the cupboard, but the wolf still found them all and swallowed them whole. All that is, except for the youngest kid, who had hidden in the grandfather clock. He was still there, frightened and trembling when Mother Goat returned. She was horrified to see the destruction that lay before her. Everything smashed to smithereens. But worst of all, where were her children? Children! Children, where are you? A muffled cry came from the grandfather clock.
It's 7:15.
She opened it up, and the youngest kid flew into her arms, telling her all that had happened. The Mother Goat was completely shattered by the wickedness of the wolf, and set out with her one and only kid to seek revenge. There, laying at the edge of the meadow, she found the wolf fast asleep. She walked very quietly round the wolf, being careful not to wake him. Quite suddenly, the Mother Goat noticed a churning, struggling movement in the wolf's stomach. Was it possible that the greedy wolf had swallowed her children whole, and they could still be alive? Quick, she cried to the youngest,
Go back and get my biggest pair of scissors and some needle and thread.
In no time at all, he was back, and the mother got to work and quickly opened the wolf's big, fat tummy. Just as she hoped, out popped one little kid, 2, 3, 4, 5, until the whole family stood reunited around the sleeping wolf. Shh, said the Mother Goat.
Go and find some heavy stones so I can teach the wolf a lesson he won't forget.
Mother Goat put the stones in his stomach and sewed it up. Eventually, the wolf woke up. I feel like a drink after such a long sleep. Off he went, the heavy stones bumping and bashing inside his stomach. Oh, dear, groaned the wolf. These kids were not as tender as I thought they were. He reached the drinking well, bent down to drink, but the tremendous weight of the stones dragged him over the edge, and the wicked wolf didn't bother the 7 kids and their mother anymore. So they never had to lock the door again. Except, of course, when the income tax man was due to call. Hello, children. Open the door. This is your friendly income tax man. Come on now, open up.